I think the nature of sport is just that it's improving all the time. If you'd asked me in the beginning, I never would have imagined that it would stand for as long as it did, and it was always going to get broken at some point. And I think it just underlines the progression that is being made in terms of the understanding around the marathon distance. Particularly on the women's side, it tends to have always been broken by fairly big margins because it's such a long distance. You're not going to see it beaten by fractions. And there's also a rule in the marathon that it has to be 42 metres longer, so there's a metre for error for every kilometre of the race. And so I think you might want to go back and look at how many metres over your distance was if it was beaten by a couple of seconds, but when it's beaten by a big margin, it's kind of the event that has moved on. And essentially, if you break it down, it's only a small amount per mile. So I was diagnosed when I was 14, so I essentially haven't really known a career without managing it. I think that asthma is growing and growing, the number of people diagnosed with it, mainly due to air quality probably and things like that. But they generally tend to be healthy people, and there is this advice that's also given that if you do sport, it actually helps you to live with asthma and to cope with the side effects, which is true. But sports people also tend to think they're a little bit invincible sometimes, and anyone can get the flu, and people don't realise that even if you're young and healthy, if you've got asthma, that does put you at risk, so you do qualify for that at-risk group free vaccination.